So this tutorial is about hosting a Zoom.us meeting and some fun features that you can do. So if you're like me, then then you don't necessarily like signing into Zoom and then launching the meeting, and you just want to go to join a meeting, and so you click join a meeting. And I was signed in before, but I had to sign out so I could rejoin a meeting. Anywho, so then you put your number in there, and then what's going to happen is if you've installed the Zoom plugin, then what's going to come up is you're going to have a number of features come up. This comes up, and then your meeting. I'm not going to be on camera right now, so I'm not going to demonstrate, but I would like to show you a few of the cool features you can do. So this is, in particular, the screen share. So what I'm going to is this is a screen share button, but this is the chat button, this is the record button, end meeting. This will give you a list of all the participants. So from here, you can look at somebody and you can mute everybody. And so I'm now muted. Let's see, but then I can unmute myself. You can mute everybody. There's a little microphone icon next to people when you're not the host, or when they're not the host, you can go mute them. They can't mute you. Let's see. So you can start the video, and then you'd be able to see me, and you can also mute yourself. So say if you have a noise in the background or something distracting is happening, you or any participant can mute themselves. And if somebody didn't get the invitation, you can email them and send them the invitation. You can also just click copy invitation, and it's just going to be that same invitation we sent out in a previous tutorial. I would like to show you a little bit about the chat. This, you can send a message to everyone. And then if there's participants, say I had a participant named Fred, then you could send a private message to Fred. And sometimes you might have students who send a private message to you commenting on something that they don't feel is appropriate for the whole class, but they wanted to tell you. Record is a really handy function if you're doing a webinar or any form of training that somebody might miss and they'd want to watch and catch up on. So you can click record, and what's going to happen is when you click end meeting and you click end meeting for all, what's going to happen is then it's going to download the file of the recording. You're going to get a video and an audio version, and then you can put those in Dropbox and send people the link to them, or you can actually upload it to YouTube. You can do a lot of different things with those recordings. Now, screen share is one of my favorites. So what I'm going to show you is that there's two options. You can share screen only. And so if I was just to share the screen only, you'd be able to hear me, and I could have music playing in the background and you'd have no idea. But what I really like about this is I can annotate. So if I needed to draw a picture for you, let's say you're going to get one of my famous stick figures. Surprise! You got a stick figure. And I want to spotlight this stick figure and give him, oh wait, I want him to have yellow hair. Change to yellow. Okay, well, let's not change to yellow. Oh, okay. So this is the highlighter. That was the spotlight. Here's the highlighter. Say I wanted to highlight over it, so now this person has yellow hair. You know what, we're actually gonna make this a girl. She now has long blonde hair. And we're going to put an arrow right there. And then we're going to draw attention to the arrow. And you can really just do whatever you want with it, and then you can just erase the whole thing. I've used it to draw calendars. I've made all sorts of things with the screen share. One of my favorite features is to share the screen with sound. So if you wanted to, I shared the wrong screen. If you wanted to do like a guided visualization or something, you can pull up music and play some music. I don't know if you can hear that. And so now the music that they're hearing is not going to come through your microphone. It's actually going to be playing through their speakers, and it's going to be shared directly. When this happens, you might want them to just hear a song. You can mute your audio. Sometimes there's some problems with feedback. It really just depends on how your system is running and what's happening with it. Also, you'll notice since I opted to share iTunes, whenever I try and move it, it says up at the very top, your screen sharing is paused. And they get a pause screen. So if I ever leave iTunes, then I do something else. And this is Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I'm doing a tutorial right now. So you just became the recipient of a tutorial. Oh, she left, I think. Awesome. That was exciting. So, not sure how that happened, but it's because there is no password on this. So, this is a prime example of why you want a password when you launch a class. So if I were to go to this screen, the screen share is not sharing it. See, there's this green stuff around the iTunes. Because I only opted to share iTunes, they can't see anything else that I'm doing. So now when it comes to Zoom, you just have, it's pretty user-friendly, pretty intuitive. Nothing can substitute for practice. So before you get on for a class, get on with one of your friends, family, just get on and start practicing and just get rolling. It's really fantastic and really helpful. Thanks for watching and have a good one.